Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do my review slash recap on 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. The title is Burns and Betrayals. Season 5, episode 6. I think this was a good episode. I think I enjoyed this episode. I think it was the best episode. Okay, so the first couple is Alina and Caleb. So it's the morning after, and they are in bed cuddling and talking. And I guess they did it. I told Caleb not to do it, but he did it anyway. What the heck? Alina asked Caleb what did he think. Caleb said it was a lot of fun. And he said you can do a lot of stuff for your size. That's what he told her. What is a lot of stuff? What is that? Anyway, Alina liked his answer, so she giggled a little bit. In her confessional, Alina confirmed that they made the beast with the two backs. That's make love. If somebody out there didn't know. Make the beast with the two backs. And the producer asked her if it was what she always imagined. Alina said it was not exactly what she always imagined. So to me, that means very bad. My terror feel like it's falling out. She said there were some awkward moments since Caleb is not used to having sex with little people. She said the position was not too great. I wonder what kind of position did they? I don't know. I'm trying to picture it and I can't picture it. She said, but it was still nice. So first she said it was there was awkward moments. Then she said the position wasn't too great, and she goes, it was nice. So that means that's telling me it was horrible. That's what that tells me. It was horrible. What I think they should have done was they should have discussed exactly what they were going to do before they did it. She should have told him, I like this, I like that, do it this way, do it that way, before they did anything. That's what I think. Anywho. I mean, that probably would have taken away some of the spontaneous, how do you say that word? Spontaneous or whatever of the act, but still, you want to have fun, you want to enjoy it, right? Anyway, Alina asked Caleb if he was nervous doing that with her, and he said no. He said he wasn't nervous. He said it was something new. He said it was something new, like a monkey wrench. And I don't think he's using monkey wrench the way it's supposed to be used. What's going on with my hair? I don't think he's using that term the way it's supposed to be used. Monkey wrench is when you ruin someone's plan by throwing a monkey wrench in somebody's plan. You ruin somebody's plan. That's what a monkey wrench is. But Caleb tells Alina that a monkey wrench is like a curveball or a surprise. Something you can't really predict. No, that's not what a monkey wrench is. In his confessional, Caleb said that being with a little person to some degree feels almost like being a virgin. I guess because he didn't know what to do. He said you have to think about what's appropriate and what might feel demeaning. Wow, Caleb, he's insightful. That's true. Is it okay if he throws her around a lot? He says. I told you Caleb was rough. I'm not a little person, and I don't want to be thrown around a lot. I don't want to be thrown around at all. But she likes being thrown, I guess. He said her legs being bent changed some of the options in positions. True. He had to figure out new ways of doing things. That is why I said they should have talked about what they were going to do before they did it. Caleb said it was a lot of fun, and he said we definitely need to do more to make it natural to them. And while they're in bed, Caleb said to Alina, I didn't hurt you, did I? He must have been rough to ask her, I didn't hurt you, did I? You must have been rough, right? Alina said, no, I liked it. She did not like it. She's lying. She tells him it was enjoyable. And he picked up on that. He said, that's what you say when you say, oh, that person is nice. He picked up on it. She didn't like it. And then Alina, she wants to save face. She told Caleb, no, it was really amazing. You did not like it, Alina. Stop the lies. Stop it with the lies. She basically says she didn't want to, she tells him that she didn't want to praise him because she wanted him to keep trying harder. Alina's something else. She's a liar. She did not like that. And she wanted him to improve on his techniques or positions or whatever. My thing is, Alina is not a virgin. You can tell she's not a virgin the way she kept, silently begging Caleb to make love to her. Where are my cuddles? You didn't kiss me. Blah, 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 blah. So you can tell she's not a virgin. And she had boyfriends before. So why didn't she just, let him know what exactly she liked? Just tell him what she liked. Tell him the best position for her and what she liked. That's all she has to do. Anyway, they decide to go sightseeing. Alina says in her confessional that it bothers her that he won't talk to her about their future. What future is she talking about? They just met, so they're just trying to get to know each other, even though they spoke for like 13 years over the phone or texting or whatever. They still don't know each other. So what future is she talking about? The only future I can think of is he goes back to the States, she goes back to Russia, she'll come visit him in the States, he'll go visit her in Russia or Turkey or wherever, and they keep going back and forth until they decide whether they want to stay in a relationship, get into a relationship, get married or whatever. There's really nothing right now. They're just getting to know each other. So what future is she talking about? I wish she would just chill out and relax. And if before Caleb can propose to her, he has a lot to think about. He has to think about her size, her disability, having sex. Maybe they want kids. Maybe he doesn't want kids. They live in two different countries. He has a lot to think about before he can even make anything serious with her. So I don't know. She needs to chill out. So Alina and Caleb meet with Elijah. Excuse me. Caleb says to Elijah, morning, dude. And Elijah thought that was offensive. He said, rude. He said, dude, how rude. So Elijah thinks being called a dude is rude and offensive. So they go to a Grand Tour Bazaar. And it looks good. The Grand Tour Bazaar looks good. There's lots of merchandise on display. And there's lots of things to sample. And then Caleb wants to go off by himself and sightsee some more. So he leaves Alina with Elijah and he goes off. He's all about the sightseeing. He's never been to Turkey before and he wants to sightsee. Who knows? Oh, so a lint in here. Who knows when he'll be back in Turkey. So he wants to sightsee and I don't blame him. So he goes off on his own and he leaves Elijah and Alina by themselves and they go off to sit down somewhere to get coffee. And Alina is telling Elijah about being with Caleb and she's telling him about how his kiss are Tabasco level spicy. And she tells Elijah that she rode his disco stick. She rode Caleb's disco stick. And I didn't know disco stick was actually a way of saying penis. I didn't know that. But it is. I just thought she was making something up. But that is a way of saying penis, disco stick. I didn't know that. Elijah seems happy for her. And Alina still wants to know about their future. Her and Caleb's future. And Elijah tells her she needs to ask him about that. And then she's still on the fence about, she's still feeling guilty about not telling him that she used to live with her ex-boyfriend. What is the big deal? Her and Caleb are not boyfriend and girlfriend. Why not just tell him or don't tell him? Either tell him or don't tell him. It's no big deal. They're not in a relationship. Her and Caleb are not in a relationship. In her mind, I think she thinks that they're in a relationship. They have not referred to each other as boyfriend and girlfriend. And then Elijah offers to tell Caleb about the ex-boyfriend for her. And she goes, no, it's something I need to do for myself. But I don't see what the problem is. Why is she acting like they're in a relationship? They're not in a relationship. As far as I know, they're not in a relationship. Anywho, next couple is, oh my gosh, Kimberly and Usman. Okay, we see Kimberly, she's put it on lipstick, and the lipstick is really pretty. It's a matte lipstick. I love matte lipstick. And I wanted to mention that my last video was Love During Lockup, and my lashes were, well, one of my lash was falling off, and I didn't even realize it. So I have no lashes on today. So that's okay. No lashes, no lipstick, no nothing. Anyway, so she's putting on lipstick, and that lipstick is nice. I like the color. And she opens up her closet, and it's nothing but t-shirts. Usman t-shirts or Soldier Boy t-shirts, and she's trying to figure out which one to wear. Doesn't matter which one you wear. They're all saying the same thing. And she said she hasn't had time to spend one-on-one with Usman. Usman does not want to spend one-on-one time with you, Kimberly. What are you talking about? If Usman wanted to spend one-on-one time with you, he would have done it. And then she says he still hasn't kissed her. Same thing. Kimberly, if Usman wanted to kiss you, he would kiss you. What is your problem? Usman does not want to kiss you. I'm getting all these messages. Hopefully it'll go away. Hopefully it'll go away soon. Okay, good. Usman does not want to spend one-on-one time with you. Usman does not want to kiss you. And she said he hasn't spent time in her room. He does not want to be in your room either, Kimberly. What doesn't she understand about Usman not wanting her? Why does she think Usman would want her or want her? She needs to just go the heck on home. Go back to the States. Okay, so Kimberly is looking in a mirror, and she said she should be in a music video because her butt looked better than theirs. I guess theirs, she's talking about the girls that are going to be in the video. And she hasn't seen them yet, so how come she knows that her butt is bigger than theirs? And the cameraman is being messy. Or the camera person, because the camera person could be a man or a woman. The camera person is being messy. They zoom in on Kimberly's butt, and Kimberly's butt looks horrible. One butt cheek looks higher than the other, and one looks, I don't know. One of her butt cheeks is higher than the other. One is bigger than the other. So, and it didn't look good. And the cameraman just zoomed in on her butt. And that was not good. That's messy, other camera person. That was really messy. So Kimberly is spraying perfume on her chest and on her arms. And those mosquitoes are going to eat her up. She needs to stop doing that. So she goes to the front of the resort to meet with Usman. And he's not there. He's late. So we see Usman in his room with his manager and his assistant. And they're like rushing, trying to get themselves together and get stuff together to go out to, to leave. Why are they rushing to leave? What were they doing the night before? Partying? That they didn't get enough sleep to wake up in time to be on time for the video shoot? And why didn't they call the front desk and ask for a wake-up call? They are all unorganized. And between the three of them, they have 3 to 4 suitcases, big suitcases. Where are they going with all these suitcases? I'll tell you. So they meet Kimberly in the front of the resort, and Usman, and she tells Usman that they're going to be late. And Usman says he invited Kimberly to the music video because she is a fan and she's excited. Then he says it's strange because the song is about his ex-girlfriend, Zara. And Kimberly doesn't know anything about Zara. And I don't know why he's afraid to tell Kimberly about Zara. Kimberly is not your girlfriend. She's not your girlfriend. She's not your fiance. She's not your wife. She's nothing. She's a potential. So why are you afraid to tell Kimberly about Zara, who is an ex-girlfriend according to you that you've never met? It doesn't make any sense to me. I hate when men keep unnecessary secret, because unnecessary secrets lead to unnecessary lies. Why don't they tell her about Zara? I mean, and he said another reason that he wants Kimberly to go to the video shoot was because he wants to see how she acts in front of the models, the good-looking, pretty, cute young models. He wants to see if she gets jealous. Okay, so they get to the video shoot, and Usman is getting his hair cut. And his manager is trying to rush them in cutting his hair. And Kimberly jumps in and she goes, no, his hair's not done yet. And then they don't have any power, and Kimberly's trying to figure out where they can plug the cords in to get power. And she's just all over the place. And the manager does not like that Kimberly is all involved in it. He thinks she's trying to take charge. And then he threw shade at her. He said she feels like she can take charge because she's older. What does that have to do with anything? What does her age having to do with her trying to help out? Even though I think she's doing the most and she needs to go sit down someplace. You let them handle it. Usman has done music videos before, and they work out just fine. Even if they're organized or unorganized, they'll figure it out and it'll finally work out. Mind your business, Kimberly. And then she's treating Usman like a child. She's checking his hair to see if it's done properly. She's removing the cape from his neck. She's telling him, don't get hair on your clothes. She's just doing the most. So his manager and his assistant, they're trying to look for clothes for Usman. And Kimberly says, that should have been done 2 days ago. And she's right. They should have been picked up what he was going to wear. They're rifling through the suitcases, looking through what he should wear. Kimberly said, this is unorganized, and I'm embarrassed for Usman. It was unorganized, but she needs to mind her business. It has nothing to do with her. Whether his video is a success or not, whether his video is done or not, it's none of her business. And then she says, if they don't get it together, they are going to see another side of her. She said, Boss Lady Kim is going to come out, and they don't want to see that. I don't want to see that either. Okay, Usman says his team is messing up, and he's not happy, but he appreciates Kimberly's help. And while shooting the video, the director has to go put Usman's hand on the video vixen girl's leg. And Kimberly says, he don't touch me like that. He don't touch you like that, Kimberly, because why should he? Oh no. And then Kimberly says, Zarya is a weird name for a song. She said she asked Usman who was Zarya, and he said basically it's just a name for every woman. Why lie? See, an unnecessary secret becomes an unnecessary lie. No need to lie to her. She's not your girlfriend. She's not your wife. She's not your fiance. She's a potential. No need to lie to her at all. So the director is telling Usman to look at the girl, look at the girl, look at the girl. And he's not looking at the girl. The girl had to actually do this to make him look at her. What is wrong with Usman looks uncomfortable in front of that girl. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he doesn't like girls. I don't know. Then Kimberly is telling him, Usman, keep your energy up. Usman, keep your energy up. She said, do it for me. Why does she think she's so special that he's doing something for her? That's his video. He's doing it for himself. And then I guess they're taking a break, and he's blowing his nose. And the girl is sitting beside him. He's all digging all up in his nose. I'm like, with the handkerchief. Yeah, that little handkerchief. And like he was digging all up inside his nose. Maybe somebody told me he had a booger. I don't know. Ooh, I think Usman is a hot mess. So they take a break, and Kimberly is bitching to him about his manager and his assistant. Usman says he's not happy with the way things are, and that's why he is losing his energy. You ain't losing your energy, my foot. He's uncomfortable with that girl. For some reason, he's uncomfortable with that girl. So Usman told Kimberly to go and get him a soda. And Kimberly wants him to pay her later for getting him that soda. Usman wants nothing to do with that. So, okay, it's nighttime, and it's finally time to wrap. The video comes to a wrap, thank God. It's dark out, so they've been there from morning till night. That's what I'm assuming. And I wonder how much they're paying everybody for this low budget video. So Kimberly compares Usman to Michael Jackson. She says Usman is a perfectionist just like Michael Jackson. The nerve of that lady. Kimberly said she didn't know how the video would have went if she wasn't there. The video would have went peaceful if Kimberly wasn't there, okay? Okay, they get in a van to leave, and Usman puts his head in Kimberly's lap. And he's just doing that to dangle, some little affection in front of her. That's all. And Kimberly decides to pick a fight with the manager and the assistant. She basically told them that Usman was pissed at them for being unorganized. And they're telling her, oh, he shouldn't be pissed at us. He should be just pissed at you because you caused chaos. So then Usman finally said, he told the guys that he was pissed about the shooting. And he told the guys that they didn't come there for a vacation. They came there to work. And he says Kimberly is there for a different reason. And he doesn't care whether they like it or not. Okay. In his confessional, Usman says that his feelings for Kimberly has improved. Right. He says he's so glad and happy with the way Kimberly tried to help. He is happy to have her there, and he wants to see if things continue to improve. Usman is such a liar. Usman is using Kimberly on 90 Day Fiance to get his music out there, to get himself out there. That's all he's doing. That's all. He's using Kimberly to be on 90 Day Fiance. If it wasn't Kimberly, it was going to be Zara. It's going to be somebody. He wants to be an international star, and being on 90 Day Fiance puts him out there as a singer with his music videos, and that's why he's using Kimberly, because without no Kimberly, he wouldn't be on 90 Day Fiance. That's all there is to that. I don't see why she don't see it, but that's what I see. That's exactly what I see. And plus, kudos or a bonus, he gets gifts. She gives him gifts. And he tells her she's a potential so that she won't expect any affection. That's why he's telling her she's a potential. All right, enough of them. Now we're doing Memphis and Hamza. OMG. All right, let's get to it. So they go to a cafe, and right away, as soon as they get to the cafe, Memphis tells Hamza that she has a problem. She tells him that she has to poop. And he has no clue what she's talking about. He kisses her on the forehead and says, I'm sorry. So what the hell she's talking about? So then she says, is there a bathroom I can go poop? And when she said the word bathroom, I guess he recognized that. So he takes her to this bathroom, and he sits outside while she poops. And he's talking to her while she's pooping. He says, baby, it's okay? And she goes, yes, I'm still pooping. Why don't he go somewhere? Go order some food or some drinks or something. He's sitting right there outside the door talking to her while she's pooping. And she's in there making noises. And then he says, baby, finish? And she says, I'm done. And she flushes the toilet. I wouldn't be able to poop if he was sitting outside the bathroom talking to me. He'd have to go somewhere and leave me alone. Let me do what I need to do. Anyway, she comes out of the bathroom and they sit down and drink orange juice. Hamza decides to ask Memphis about her past. He asked her about her mother, and Memphis told Hamza that her mother, she used to not be a good mother, and because of drugs, but she's better now. That's what Memphis tells him. Then he asks her about her father, and she says drugs also, and that he was locked up for a long time until she was 30. And she's now, what, 34? Dang. He was locked up for the majority of her life. Wow, that's sad. So Hamza said he is sad And Memphis told him abandonment like him leaving her is a bad thing. So Hamza gives her a kiss. So the next scene is everybody's in the apartment, and Memphis is saying 26, and she goes, he told me 28. Then Hamza said 27, yeah. And Memphis said, no, you're not 27. You lied. Your sister said you were 26. And the sister is behind him confirming that Hamza is 26. And his mother says, it's no big deal. Apparently, it is a big deal for the sister to mention it. Because the sister was concerned about Memphis's age, so she mentioned it. And now Memphis is upset that Hamza lied to her. And Hamza says he lied to Memphis because about his age, because he wanted her to think that he was mature enough for her. Hamza's mother think that Memphis' reaction was exaggerated. And of course she's going to think that, because as far as she's concerned, her son can do no wrong. But last episode, when her son was lying to her, she was pissed. It was like, don't lie to me, Hamza. But when he lies to Memphis, it's fine. It's okay. She's exaggerating. She's been doing the most. It's too much. So as far as she's concerned, Hamza shouldn't lie to her, but go ahead and lie to Memphis all you want. It's fine if you lie to Memphis. Mother is full of crap. And I bet you if Memphis, that message is coming up. I bet you if Memphis lied to Hamza, the mother will flip the table or shake the table. She'd be pissed. And I feel like the mother is trying to switch it to make Memphis look like the bad guy instead of Hamza looking like the bad guy for lying, making Memphis look like she's out of control. She's getting too angry over something so small. So Memphis goes into the room because she says she needs a moment. She needs some time by herself. She's pissed. And then Hamza says to his mother and sister, what's wrong with her? She's different. Because his mom appeased him, he feels like Memphis should appease him too. So Memphis is in the room crying. She says she's not upset about the age difference. She's upset that he lied to her. And I feel bad for Memphis. She's really in there crying. Talking about she just wants somebody to not use her or to not take advantage of her. And she's just in there bawling her eyes out. So Memphis calls Hamza into the bedroom, and she tells him she's mad, and he says, I'm sorry, baby. And she asks him if he does cooling and heating energy. Apparently he told her he went to school for cooling and heating. And he doesn't answer her because he really doesn't know what she's talking about. He barely understands anything she's saying. So she tells him to go get his sister now. So while he goes to get his sister, Memphis says that if he is lying to her about having a career, then she's not going to take him back with her to the States, because that's like having 3 kids. That is like whether he has a degree or not, that's like having 3 kids, because the man can't cook, the man can't clean, the man can't drive, the man can barely speak English. And how do you know if that degree is going to be, he's going to be able to use that degree with in the States? Does he even have any experience in heating and cooling? You're still going to be taking care of him like he's your child. Okay, so the sister comes into the bedroom, and Memphis asks her, did Hamza go to college? And the sister said yes. So Memphis tells them that she wants to see Hamza's certificate. So Hamza, hurry and go get his certificate. and shows it to her. And she can't read it because it's in Arabic. But the sister showed her the date, the 2 years that he was in school for. So I guess I guess she believes him. Hamza said Memphis sees this as a big deal and he's concerned that this will hurt their relationship. Yes, because you lied to her, Hamza. He's being like what his mother is doing now. He's turning it around to blame Memphis for getting upset for him lying to her. So it's Memphis' fault. It's not Hamza's fault. So Memphis asks the sister, um, mm, Memphis asks the sister if Hamza realized that he can't lie to her anymore. So the sister told Hamza, she said, don't lie to her anymore. And Hamza says, I know, I'm sorry. And now Memphis doesn't know if she can trust Hamza. That's enough of them. Now let's go to Jasmine and Gino. Jasmine goes to the gym and Gino follows along like a little puppy dog. Jasmine is working out and Gino is sitting there on the sideline watching like a good boy. That's what she calls him all the time. She'll always say, good boy. Jasmine is still upset that her Christmas gift was from Gino was a toothbrush. So Gino is trying to talk to Jasmine and she basically tells him to shut up. She doesn't like people talking to her while she works out. But then she gets to talking. She tells him that she planned a 4-day trip to an island and it costs $2,500 and he has to pay for it. And she says since he didn't give me a Christmas gift, he's paying for this trip. And Gino is so dumb. Gino agreed. Gino already told her that, that he's not working. That's why he couldn't buy the clothes, the $500 worth of clothes, because he's not working. But she doesn't care. She don't give a damn if you're working or not. You're taking me on a trip. If you have the money or not, you're going to find the money to take me on a trip. I don't care if you're working or not. I don't get it. Jasmine is selfish and Gino is dumb. I mean, how are you going to let her manipulate you into spending $2,500 on some trip? You're already on a trip. They're on a trip paying for an Airbnb. Now they're going to take another trip in the trip. And he doesn't have a job. You know what? Gino, you're dumb. You need to drop her. I keep telling you that and you're not doing it, so I don't care what happens to you now. I don't care. Jasmine treat you like dirt, chew you up, spit you out. That's your fault. You allow her to do that to you. So Jasmine goes from happy to pissed in 2 seconds. She tells him that she wants him to burn everything in his house. Basically burn everything in his house that his ex-wife picked out. And she wants the colors, I guess, of the walls to be changed. And she's going off. She used the word goddamn. She used the word effing. And she even talks about giving him fellatio. And Gino's like, you don't have to be so nasty. You don't have to say such nasty things. And Jasmine gets really upset. She tears up. She cusses him out. And she walks out of the gym. Oh, she also asked him if he was making the beast with the 2 backs with his ex-wife. And Gino says no. But she still cusses him out and walks out of the gym. Fake crying. And Gino said he's scared. He actually said he's scared. And he should be scared. She's a psycho. I told you to go home. By the time Jasmine is through, by the time she's through with him, he is going to be broke and traumatized for life. I wrote that down. So Jasmine is in some other room fake crying because I don't see any tears coming at all. And she's just mad because Gino and his ex-wife choose the color together to paint the house or to decorate the house. And that's why she's mad. And then she goes, I just want to go home. Then go home, Jasmine. Who has you handcuffed to the bed? Go home. But of course she doesn't go home. We see Gino in the room, and he's in bed. And Jasmine walks into the room, and she sits down and she just stares at him. She's trying to intimidate him. She tells him that she's very sad, and she's trying to manipulate him. So just so she can get her way, she's trying to manipulate him. And Gino asks her, why is she so sad? And she breaks up with him. She told him to go find somebody else, go find another woman online, and she gets up and she walks into the bathroom. Gino, in his confessional, he said all he had to say was, no, I don't like the colors on the walls, and everything would have been fine. So he knows what she's doing. So Faker, Jasmine, comes out of the bathroom in a cute little dress. And she lets Gino know that tomorrow morning she will be leaving. Why are you leaving tomorrow morning, Jasmine? Leave now. You leaving tomorrow morning for? You're going to sleep in the bed with him and then leave the next day? Why are you doing that? Leave now. She just wants Gino to grovel to her. So she sits down on some couch, and then he comes over to her and he says, what can I do to make this better? And she says, don't talk about your exes ever again. She basically threatens him. She says, don't talk about your exes ever again. Don't say anything nice about them ever again. Or things are not going to go well for you. That's basically what she told him. And Gino says, I want to be with you. I want marriage and kids. And then Jasmine says, if I lied to you a little bit, what if I lied to you a little bit? And then she told him that she's been taking birth control pills. And poor Gino, he's rubbing his eyes, he's rubbing his face, he's blinking, his eyes is going all over the room. Poor thing. I feel sorry for him, but I really shouldn't, because he's causing this. Leave this girl. Leave her. You don't love her. She doesn't love you. What are you doing? So he asked her, when did she start taking, she asked him if he's disappointed, and he said yes. He said, when did you start taking these pills? And she told him that she didn't tell him, answer the question. She goes, we just met, we can't have we're nowhere near to having kids. She told him that they're not ready to start a family. And why on earth would you want to start a family with this unstable lady, Gino? Why would you want to do that? And he asked her if she'll ever change her mind, and she said yes. And that's the end of them. Thank God. So now we have a new casualty. His name is Ben. He's 52 years old. He's from Michigan. Okay. Ben looks good for 52 years old. He takes care of himself. Exercise, eat right, takes good care of himself. We see Ben checking his body fat. And he says he's into fitness modeling. He said that when he was growing up, he was taught that bodies were sinful and almost evil. He said he grew up in a religion that was very much like a cult. He said the church controlled him and his family. He wasn't allowed to watch television, and they weren't allowed to go to the movies. You couldn't have friends outside of the church, or else you would be castigated and shunned. He said he faced life with fear, and he wanted to go to heaven, so he became a pastor. And he ended up marrying the ministry, the lady in the ministry for the children in the church. He said they had problems, and it was either stay together or burn up in fire for eternity. I guess that's what the church or the cult told him. You can't get divorced or you'll burn up in fire for eternity. So 7 years ago, they left the cult in order to save their marriage, and they seek counseling. But he said by that time it was too late. He said it was 24 years of neglect, but he didn't say who neglected who. Then he said he filed for divorce. So I guess he was feeling neglected? I don't know. He said most people would say he's going through a midlife crisis, but I don't think he's going through a midlife crisis. I think he was suppressed for so long, for the majority of his life, that now he just wants to go out there and live his life for himself and enjoy himself. I don't think he's going through a midlife crisis. He should go out there and enjoy himself. Be happy. He said that when he left his wife, he was lonely. So he got on 3 or 4 dating sites. He said that after several failed relationships, he took a year and a half off of dating. But then a couple of months ago, he met Mahogany online. And she is 24 years old and she's from Peru. I'm not that good at math, but isn't he old enough to be her grandfather? I think he is. He says they text several times a day. And in a week, he'll be going to Peru to meet Mahogany for the very first time in person. So Ben meets up with 3 friends at a restaurant, and he tells his friends about Mahogany, and he says she just turned 24. And they're very skeptical about Mahogany, and so am I. They ask him if he has spoken to her on the phone, and he says yes, twice. Why twice? He said he has not video chat with her because she's shy. This girl don't look shy. They show pictures of her and she looks gorgeous. A gorgeous girl like that would not be shy to video chat with somebody. That doesn't make sense. I think she's catfishing him. So he showed them a video that she sent, which was very brief. It didn't address him. It didn't say, "Hi, Ben. How are you? I hope you're having a good day." Nothing like that. She didn't address him. It was just a random, brief video that you can send to anybody. That any woman can send to anybody to get their attention. It wasn't a personal video for him, you know? So yeah, I think he's being catfished. So one of the friends asked Ben if Mahogany has asked him for money. And he says she's asked him for $1,000 loan. And he gave it to her. That's one loan he will never get back. The female friend told him that she thinks he is being scammed. And so do I. In his confessional, Ben said that he had been catfished before. And it took him several weeks to figure out that the person he was talking to was a man texting him from Africa. But he says he loves Mahogany and he wants to marry her from just 3 months of texting her. Ben says that God has led them together and he does not want to pass up on the opportunity of love. And I also think he has a glass eye. One of his eyes bigger than the other. Okay, so the next scene is we see Ben. He's in his kitchen trying to learn Spanish. Which is a good thing because most Americans, they just go over to the other country expecting everybody to speak English and understands them and don't learn Spanish. But he's doing advanced Spanish. He's talking about Pedro took the motorcycle here. No, learn hello, goodbye, hi, may I have, thank you, please. Learn the basic things. Don't learn elaborate sentences that you're not gonna use. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Okay, so he's trying to learn how to speak Spanish and he's preparing food because his kids and ex-wife, they're coming over for him to tell them about Mahogany for the first time. He says the relationship. I am hot, so I'm going to turn on the fan. Yes, and I'm going to take a sip of wine. I have to wet my whistle. Okay. So the ex-wife and the kids are coming over for him to tell them about Mahogany for the first time. He said the relationship with his ex-wife is cold. He said he doesn't believe she is over the divorce, and she has feelings of resentment towards him. Well, I can understand it, but you need to get over it and, get a life, because she can't do anything about that now. She let him leave the church that she probably grew up in also, and then he divorced her, and now he's chasing off after all these young girls. Anyway, the ex-wife looked like she could be his mother. She looked more like his mother, like she's old enough to be his mother. She needs to spruce herself up. Like he spruced himself up. She needs to spruce herself up. They have 4 kids, but only 3 came over. I guess one of the kids said, I don't want nothing to do with none of this. My father being scammed online in front of the whole entire world. So his son asks, he tells them about Mahogany. And his son asks if Mahogany speaks English. And he's told her that she speaks better English than he does Spanish. He tells her that he's going to Peru for 3 weeks to meet Mahogany. And he told him that he thinks that this is God's plan for him. His ex-wife bust him out. She said it's not the same. It's not the first time. And Ben explains that a year after his divorce, he was dating someone who was 18 years younger than him, and they got engaged. But she didn't want him spending as much time with his kids as he wanted to, so they broke up, and it ended badly. Wow, a year after your marriage, he probably was seeing her while he was married. Yeah, come on, Ben. He probably was seeing her while you were married. Okay, he tells his kids that Mahogany knows them. And she says she loves them without even meeting them, and she prays for them every day. Some bull. The youngest daughter wants to know if Mahogany is willing to come to the States because she doesn't want her father to move to Peru. Ben said the plan would be for Mahogany to come to the States. So they asked to see a picture of Mahogany. And the youngest says Mahogany's picture is fake. And the ex-wife, she pipes up and she said, God did not lead you into the relationship with a 28-year-old. She can't get over the 28-year-old that he was dating after they got divorced after a year, because she knew he was cheating with that 28-year-old. She knew it, and she can't get off of that. She don't give a damn about no Mahogany. She's still on this 28-year-old that she can't get over. She can't get over the fact that after a year of divorce, he starts seeing this 28-year-old woman, and he got engaged to her. She can't get over that. Okay, he told them that he wouldn't make the trip if he wasn't sure that this was the path God wanted him to take. I think he's being catfish because she won't video chat with him. And I think that's why the producers saved this story for the 6th episode, because they know it wasn't going to go anywhere. So yeah, that's what I think. Okay, I think this is the last couple. Mike and Ximena. So Ximena and Mike are at a coffee growing farm or someplace. And they're walking through the farm and they're talking. And Mike is still upset that Ximena didn't tell him earlier in the relationship that she had gotten an operation and she wasn't able to have kids. Ximena says she's happy that she had the operation. She said because if she hadn't had the operation, she would have a lot of kids by now. Don't you believe? Don't you believe in condoms, Ximena? Don't you believe in condoms? Don't they sell condoms in Colombia? What are you talking about? You would have had a whole bunch of kids by now if you hadn't had the operation. What's wrong with you? Okay, Mike asks Ximena if she can get her tubes untied. And she explains to him that my tubes weren't tied. They were cut and they were burnt. I can't have no more kids. So Mike says to her, you knew I wanted kids. And you knew you couldn't have kids. So how did you think our relationship was going to work? He asked her that. And she said she didn't know what would happen. She asked him if he regrets coming to Colombia, and he says he doesn't know. She asked for his forgiveness for not being able to give him kids. And he said he forgives her, and he'll raise her kids like his kids. And he tells her from now on, no more secrets. I'm saying that Ben has one eye bigger than the other. I have one eye bigger than the other too. But that's just the way my eyes are. Anyway. Okay, yeah, he says no more secrets. And then she promises no more secrets. So Mike books a romantic getaway for him and Ximena for a few days. Here we go again. He's already on vacation, but he books a vacation and a vacation. But I can understand why he did that, because her house have all her relatives there. The father is there with his wife, and her kids are there. So I can understand why he wants to get away so that he can be alone with Ximena. Okay, the area that they go to is beautiful, but I would not want to be there. It looks grassy, a lot of trees. It looks like there's mosquitoes, bugs, snakes, spiders. I wouldn't want to be there. It looks grassy, I wouldn't want to be there. But the room is cute, and I love the way they have the hammock on the balcony. I wanted to do that to my balcony, but I don't go out on my balcony that often, so nix that idea. Okay, so they're in bed. They're lying on the bed and they're kissing, and I think Mike passed gas. I heard a sound, and then Ximena said, "No, I can't do this," or "No, I don't like this," or something. I was eating earlier. Yeah, Mike passed gas. I think he did, because I heard something. And then Ximena was like, "Oh no, I don't like this." He's 34 years old, right? I think he's 34, 37. And he can't control himself? What's going to happen when he's 60, 70? Would he be able to control himself then? I don't know. So instead of saying, "Excuse me," or "I'm sorry," he goes, "I love you." That's what he says to Ximena. "I love you." All right. So they go to they're sitting in a pool. They go to the pool and they're sitting in the pool. And Mike asks Ximena what happened with her son's father. And she told him she never lived with them, so there was no relationship with them. She said she got pregnant, and that was it. She told him that she has had some aggressive people in her life. So he asked about these aggressive people in your life. And she said she lived with a hitman. Ximena, she dating people in prison. She doing one night stands when she was 15. She's dating hitmans. Oh no, hitman. She said he ordered to have her killed. She said he had her locked up. And then she starts telling the story. She said when she met the hitman, he was a tattoo artist. And she said after living with him for a week, she realized he was a hitman. And she told him that the relationship was over. She said he sent her an audio message saying that she has 3 days to enjoy because he was going to kill her. So she sent the video message to a police officer, and she never heard from the hitman again. Wow. Crazy. So Mike asked her if she is sure the hitman will not come after them. And I don't know how she'll be sure of that. How will she be sure of that? But she tells him this happened 2 years ago. And then Mike says, it's just one thing after another with Ximena. And he's wondering what else will come to light. And I'm wondering that too. Okay, so that's the end of Ximena and Mike. They didn't talk about or show Ella and Johnny in this episode. So that was that. And I'm glad they didn't show Johnny and Ella. And that was that. So this is the end of my review / recap. I will be back next week for another review. If you would like to see more of my videos, please like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye.